Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome to another edition of That's Railroad, where we bring the railroad to you. And we do love doing it too. I love this job. Couldn't wait to come to work this morning. The last 2 weeks, the miners have 2 weeks vacation every year. And for 18 years, I was a weekend warrior schedule. So I worked every weekend. Weekend warriors did not get vacation. So they had Mondays through Thursdays off every week if they wanted it. And of course I worked a lot of extra days. But anyway, they changed my schedule back in March to Monday through Friday, or traditional shift, 8 hours a day. The weekend warriors were 12 hours a day. But I got vacation. And so I took 2 weeks off. First time in 19 years that I took 2 weeks off vacation. How about that? But anyway, today's video, they got a lot of stuff. They had a bunch of contractors out here, and some of our guys that signed to work for the vacation. So a bunch of stuff got done, and without me. How about that? That's good. That's really good. A lot of stuff got good stuff got done on the track, and we're going to go over to what got done today in today's video. And we're 2 days back to work, and we're hauling coal. We love to see coal moving, all that electric vehicle fuel. But all 3 of our locomotives got pressure washed and cleaned up, all sprayed off. They all look really nice now. You know, running all this coal, the locomotives get pretty dirty. So that's 3098, and they got it looking pretty nice. And the number one's looking a whole lot better than it was. It gets pretty dirty up there loading. Some spillage off of the coal belt that goes right over top of it. So I got it looking pretty nice. And all this track here where they unload the cars, all the way down through. There's a lot of coal spillage down there. They got that all cleaned up. Had a vacuum truck in here, and over there's a high rail dump. They went down there with an excavator and cleaned up the big stuff. And the track got all vacuumed out all the way up to Bridge 14. So that's what got done down here at the harbor as far as the rail goes. And they are so we'll go on out here, and got some other stuff I'll show you, and it got done. That looks a lot better. A lot of people have asked me if they ever going to paint this locomotive again. Well, they probably will at some point. Rumor has it that they're going to put a whole wrap, an Iron Senergy wrap on the whole thing, but whether that's going to happen or not, we'll find out. Okay, hope you enjoyed today's video. Get out here on track as soon as he leaves. He got one more car to dump, and then I got to get on track. All right, we'll follow the train out. Have a really good day. Enjoy the rest of the video. We do appreciate you guys. There you go. Another load of black diamonds. There's number 22, all washed up. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Okay, wonderful. I'm going down here, and tamp up the place on curve 9 that they cribbed out. Follow him down. Okay, I'll show you what got cribbed out down here in just a bit. Okay, we're here at curve 6, just come out of the switch, train just left. We're heading down to curve 9, or I am. This is the machine they use to crib out. We've got at the end of curve 6 here cribbed out. And the tangent down there, I'll show you that in a bit. But a little bit of curve 9, so we gotta get that tamped up. I'm not gonna get curve 6 tamped today. They're running trains, I just don't have enough time. But we'll get curve 9 done, what they got down there. All right. All right. That's a Takuchi. I think that's how you pronounce it. Belongs to GW Peoples, a railroad contractor from 84 PA. All right, this is the west end of curve 6. They started right in front of us there, cribbing that out. If you remember from the last shutdown video that I made, curve 6 got a whole bunch of new ties put in it, plus some new rail on the high side. Well, they cribbed out here. It was full of coal down through there. They got all that cribbed out down there to see where the new rock stops. So I'll get this tamped up tomorrow. It's a 10-mile-an-hour track right now for the train, which it always is coming out of the loadout. But all right, let's go on down track here and I'll show you this place down here in the tangent. Okay, we're down the tangent here. Down below is curve 7. There, a year ago or so, I had cribbed all of this out. Tangent way up behind me, all of this down past halfway through the curve. See right there. In February of this year, we had a very cold morning and air froze up on the train and a car dumped out. Actually, 2 cars dumped out through here. So they got a big high rail excavator in here and a rock truck cleaned as much as they could up with that excavator. But anyway, there was that coal still got down in my ballast, all my fresh ballast. It really upset me. But they got this little section cribbed out too. So I was happy to see that happen. All right, very good. We're gonna tamp it up too. I'll get it tomorrow, maybe this afternoon here. We'll see how much time I got. All right, we're down here on the exit spiral, actually the west end of curve 9, and this was pretty bad. They cribbed down GW Peoples' last shutdown down to right where over top where my tamper's sitting. But, they got this down into that exit, well, it'd be the entry spiral going this way. The exit spiral coming back out down there. I think you can see there where the new rock ends, where right there, right there is where they ended up stopping, cribbing this. So this is the project for me today, to tamp it. It's a little bit, surface is a little bit, actually it's not out of FRA specs, the surface alignment, but we're going to smooth it up, get some more better rock under these ties. All right, wonderful. I was really glad to see this part get done. I've had some problems down here on this spiral in the past, track wanting to sink. So I was glad to get rid of that. Very, very, very happy to get rid of that. Okay, I gotta go down and get started. Okay, well, I got just about done with my first pass. It's looking a whole lot better than it was. It's nice and cross level on the rails, not real nice. This is a curve 9's a 3-degree curve, and I put about 1 3/8 inch super elevation in it. But there, from right where the regulator's at, up my way, that is the exit spiral. The train's coming towards us. Okay, so it's looking pretty good. I got a little bit more here to finish, and about 3 rail lengths, and I'll be done with this tamping today. And we'll fill it in. He's going to fill it in, and then we're going to have to bring rock up and dump it before I can tamp this up again. Okay, so hopefully we can get some rock up here tomorrow. We'll see. Well, here's another thing that got done. Big project, steel gang in here. And they started right here, and the entire, this is curve 21, we're right at milepost 4.5. And the entire high side in this curve, all the rail got changed, put new rail in it. There was a good bit of shelling going on the rail, which is why they changed it. So, yeah, and then we welded on that end. We got what, 5 sticks down there that we had welded 2 39-footers together and brought them up here, put them in, so we eliminated what, 5-6 joints. So that was good. Also, the old rail that was on the high side was 136 rail. I had a clamp joint right here, and 3 times in the last 6 years that clamp bar had broken, so they eliminated that, which was a really good thing. If you don't know what a clamp joint is, that's where 136 rail joins in with 132 rail. It's a different size. The 136 has a little bit higher head on it. Okay, so that was real good. Down there on curve 32 had another place that 15 years ago they changed the rail. They put a comp joint in, 136 to 132, and it just didn't hold. Both ends on that rail got battered up pretty good, so they changed that and they welded it in. So they just changed that one stick, but they welded it in this time, which they should have done 15 years ago, but they didn't. Anyway, it's done now. And that's something you got to think about railroading when you're coming out here doing this stuff. You got to think 10, 15 years ahead, because like I said, if it had been welded back when they put that stick in, the 136 to 132, if they'd have welded it, then we wouldn't have had to replace a rail now, 15 years later. So yeah, I mean, you like I said, railroad, you got to think way ahead, 15, 20 years ahead. When you do something now, or you're going to have to go back and redo it, and that costs money. So, but anyway, that got fixed. We got a couple more. I'm heading down track here, and I got to get cleared up for a train. He's still dumping, but down there at milepost 8. I had 2 broken rails that I put joint bars on to hold them together. Both 3 sticks, the 3 39-foot sticks of rail got changed in there. Okay, and they still got to come back and pick this old rail up. I don't know why they left it, but it's got to get picked up here. I don't like to leave rail laying around. All this high side is all new rail. So wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Got some more good stuff to show you. We'll be back. Well, here's one thing. We're at a milepost 8 turnout. These 2 timbers here, they're called head logs. Some people call them head blocks. That's what the switch stand. They got it like they put these are new. They were sticking up in the air like this end, and the switch was a little hard to throw. So they got that, and it's really good. They got them lagged down there. That's nice. Really glad to see this get done. And they did some work on these shoulder braces. That's a new one. That's a new one. And you got to put a new plate underneath that when you do that. Usually there's a little insert. I'll show you that some other video. But yeah, we got some timbers put in here. There's a new one. Here's a new one. Okay, here's a new one. New one here. This really needed done because this track was pumping through here. So this really needed done. The timbers were weak up in here. New one, new one, new one. And got a new one here. We got a bunch of new ones here right at the frog. And they dug out a bunch of the mud, or some of the mud. Anyway, so that's real great to see that happen. This definitely needed it. Major improvement here. All right, very good. Yeah, some of these timbers in here, they had a like a bow in them where the frog sat down on there. It was real hard to keep well, you couldn't, not with the timbers like that. Keep the frog tamped up. All right, we're in good shape now. Okay, I got to get on track and head that way. We'll take you down to Bridge 6 next, or Bridge 9, I'm sorry. All right, we're here at Bridge 9. Got a little bit of cleanup to do yet. We got a lot of cleanup to do down there, but got a grapple truck coming, not this week, but next week, to get everything cleaned up down there. And me and my buddy will clean this stuff up. But here, this always best safety practices. Said this bridge deck got replaced here at Bridge 9. All right. Oh, I love the smell of fresh creosote on a hot day. Oh, it's nice. Yeah, but always best practices. They've ran a couple trains is after you do major work like this to something, you get out and you walk after the train's going through. And so that's best safety practices to follow. Just make sure everything is in good shape. I just came back from replaced a bunch of rail on curve 21. I just walked that curve, and everything looks good. But you know, at least I'll sleep better tonight, knowing that I did the right thing by getting out and walking and checking things out. Okay, this is the Bobtown Road. But anyway, here's they put this new style, and they used to have the metal stands up there with this is the way they do it now. We do have angle iron ordered. It should be in this week, and I think next week I'm going to come up with our mechanic, our welder, and put angle iron across the top of all of these. Stiffen that up a little bit more. They're pretty good. They're pretty solid right now. It's all new wood, but okay, wonderful. Wonderful. I'm going to finish walking this bridge, and but it really looks good. This was done by Frontier Railroad Services, the bridge deck, and I said they'll have a grapple truck. They had to get out of here. They're so doggone busy. We're lucky we even got them in here to do this, but they're so busy. They got so much work. That's great. That's great. A lot of railroad work. All right. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, I'm sitting here in our milepost 8 siding. We got a train coming, but that stick right up there, this stick, and the stick up above it got changed, which, like I said, I had 2 broken rails in here. That happened last spring. Those rails got broke when they were tamping, when they had Amtrak of Maryland in here tamping. And we put joint bars on the brakes, which was fine for temporary, but I'm glad these 3 rails got changed. That's very good. Okay. Back in here where it's a little bit cooler. They said we're waiting on a train, then we'll go out and do some more tamping once he goes by. So anyway, we had get that glare from behind me out of the way. How's that? Is that better? Let me try over here. Let's try over here. That works pretty good. Get rid of that glare there from behind me. But last shutdown we had in the spring, we got a tremendous amount of work done. And there's a link in this video's description to go watch that video. The company spent a lot of money on our track at that time, and we got some really good stuff done. Don't get me wrong, this time, not nearly as much as we have done in the past, but let's put that into perspective. Now, I don't know what all they did underground. Everything underground is expensive. I do know they replaced the slope belt, the coal bringing the belt that brings the coal from underground out to the prep plant. And I don't know if that's 60-inch or 72-inch belt. I'll have to find that out. But let's get this: 5,750 feet long that belt is. Now, belt is expensive. Plus the labor charges to put that belt in, and they got to vulcanize. They had 3 or 4 rolls sitting up there. They had to vulcanize that together. So I mean, that's a huge expense. So I don't know how much money was available for track. But here's another thing: we, as well as everybody else, are having a harder time getting rid of our coal. At this current point here in the middle of August 2024, the stockpiles for coal-fired power plants are at very high levels, which is not a bad thing going into winter for them, but for us to get rid of the coal. So our coal market has been down. As I said, this is not just us. This is coal industry worldwide, nationwide. I believe it's right around 90% of the coal production in the United States goes for electric power generation. The Association of American Railroads tracks carloads. They track 20 different commodities every week, and they count the number of carloads for each commodity. They count, and they publish a report every week. It's on the AAR website. For the same week last year in 2023, this past week in 2024, carloads for coal are down right around 9% from what they were last year. From the beginning of the year to now, the coal traffic for all Class 1 railroads from carloads that originated in the United States is down 16%. So, that's a pretty good picture of the entire coal market. So, in fact, what I wanted to say was, we haven't been selling a lot of the coal that we have in the past. No one else has either. So, I'm very, very thankful. I'm very, very thankful that we got done what we got done. And what we got done was really good. It was really good stuff, and it needed done. So, I'm very thankful for that. I'm very thankful that they spent the money that they did. With all the other projects going on, and they had a bunch of different stuff going on at the harbor, different jobs got contracted out to do. So, a lot of money got spent. They could have cut our budget and not spent anything. So we're very thankful that they spent what they spent, considering what's going on with the entire coal market. And I may do another video, I don't know, but the percent of power generation in the United States from coal is significantly down from what it was a few years ago. Natural gas and renewables are climbing higher and higher, and the coal percentage is going lower and lower as we go, and we'll see where that goes. But anyway, I wanted to thank you very much for tuning in and watching. I'm happy we got done what we got done. And bridges are expensive. The bridge decks are expensive to replace. So, a good bit of money got spent. I don't know exactly how much, but we're very thankful that what we got done, we got done. So we made significant improvements. Yep, make our track safer. All right, have a really good day. We do appreciate you guys. You're the very best. All right, That's railroading.